And we've got Hollywood, which is actually a payload map, which I'm rather glad to see, as we casted Hanamura last time, of course, against Genuflect and Wrecking Crew. So we have Weeaboo on the blue team with Fukaduke on Soldier 76.
That's the way we're pronouncing it.
I think that's the way we have to.
Yep.
Nipply on the Farah, Papale on the Mercy, Chivak on the Reinhardt, Male Keith on the.
Keith.
He's got the I and the E around the wrong way. That's just annoying. And he's on the Lucio and Lantern Shas or Lantern's Hass on the Zarya. These names are tough.
You're gonna have a rough time, JP.
On the Tracer McBeans, we've got Calix on the Junkrat, Gloom on the Mercy, Blaze on the Zarya, Puffington on the Soldier 76, Baked Bads on the Reinhardt, and Putang? Putang.
Yeah, look, they're trying here. These are with some great names. We're gonna go with, we've got Plucker Duck, we've got Pootatang, Gloom, Blaze, Puffington. You know, just it's a good variety today, JP. These guys really are trying to trip us up a little bit. Great names, so I do appreciate them. A bit of banter, and they are well underway here, trying to fight for the point. Hollywood's great because I like it because it's got the best of both worlds. It's got to capture the point, and it's also got a payload. So bring it on, and we'll see a lot of damage coming out here, and turret's been destroyed.
Exactly, and we've got Bushman picking the chat saying, "Why can't we bet? Do we not have betting today?"
No, we haven't had betting today, but we can set it up. So I can set that up now if you want to carry this one.
Alright, well I will carry this one underway. We see the defensive team over at Weeaboo +5 being forced back here. The Junkrat ult coming out now from the surveillance room, manages to pick up Fukaduck. And the attacking team over at Tracer McBeans is slowly trying to push through this surveillance room, which is quite a strong choke point, but we see the Reinhardt charge onto the Reinhardt, Huffington assisting there to take out Chivak, and the attacking team of Tracer McBeans is slowly pushing in, but the ult coming out there, slowly forcing back Calix, managing to take out Lantern, Blaze taking out Nipply, and Calix taking out Male Keith, and Bad's taking out Papali as well. So a great attacking push coming in here from the Tracer McBeans. They have managed to get onto the point, but it is contested, and the Lucio coming out there from Male as he's managed to keep his team alive. The tactical visor being activated now, but unfortunately being pushed back there is Puffington, and Chivak just hiding behind the Reinhardt shield. Fukaduke and Fukaduck, I should say. Nipply and Male Keith all hiding behind the wall there, so unfortunately Puffington not able to pick up anyone there. Wasted ult for him, and the attacking team got quite a strong push, but I think the res came out from Pepper Lee, managing to keep them all alive. So a really good hold coming out here from Weeaboo +5 at this stage, with 3 minutes left for the attacking team of Tracer McBeans to capture the point. And we have betting up now.
There it is. Calix gets Papali, and Pootatang is going to get Malkeith. Nipply getting Pootatang. Nipply also getting 2 more kills. Blaze and Baked Bad's going down. Puffington getting Nipply. This is a good start for the offensive side here. We're going to see the Mercy up in the air. Pootatang doing well to get a lot of damage down here. There's the Reinhardt Earth Shatter. Manages to take one along. That's Lantern Shas out. Lantern does manage to get Puffington before going out with a bang against a brick wall. Reinhardt passes through, but takes out his opponent, but is not able to save the site. We do see Chivak getting Gloom, but Baked Bad's getting Chivak, and that is the side of Tracer McBeans capping the payload.
Yeah, definitely. If you want to get your bets in, $$2s to check how many $2s you have, and then $bets, the amount of $2s you want to bet, and then 1 for Weeaboo +5 and 2 for Tracer McBeans. So get your bets in to see who you want to win, but it's very close in this game so far. They have managed to cap the point, and of course got that added. I think it's 2 or 3 minutes they get added. So got the time there, and they're moving this very quick. The defensive team, Chivak, sort of the front line of this defensive team of Weeaboo +5, is holding quite far back, so they've allowed them to get through a fair few bits of the streets here. And we see Pooty, I think it's Pooty Tank is what it is, according to what the chat has said, and I reckon Pooty Tank sounds funny.
It does. It's a great name. We are going to see a big push coming through here by the offense, and Calix getting Malakith. We see Pootatang doing very well there, but he's going to fall to Fukaduck. Puffington going to move in now. Tactical visor is up. Nipply gets Blaze, and Calix gets Fukaduck. Puffington picking up 2 on Lantern Shas and Nipply, but there is the revive. We see the Zarya ult coming through there. Need to get past the Reinhardt shield. There it is. Chivak getting Gloom. Baked Bad's getting Papali. Baked Bats also getting Fukaduck, but Trivac getting Puffington. Baked Bats answers back again. That's a third now, sorry, on the 5th member of Tracer McBeans, picking up another one. 4 members of Tracer are hot on fire now. Pootie Tang getting Malakith and looking for a kill here. Is on Pootie Tang is looking to fire some rockets at the doorway. Zarya copping a lot of heat here.
That was a 5-man Reinhardt kill feed. You saw 2 come out from Trivac there and 3 coming out from Baked Bat. So I've never seen so many Reinhardt kills come back. They swing that hammer very ferociously, but they have managed to get the first checkpoint here after, of course, capping the first point. They've got 5 minutes 25 less to get through this, I'd say, rather short stage of the map, but it's quite confined and sort of channels everyone into one area here. So we see Baked Bats managing to take out Malakith, Blaze taking out Trivac, and they are still moving very good. Fukaduke is coming out there with the ult. Didn't actually get it to pick up anyone. Puffington actually countered him there. Lantern Shast taking out Baked Bats the Reinhardt. So this is going to slow down the attacking team a little bit, but the defensive team over at Weeaboo 5 has been forced back quite a bit, and this payload has been moving pretty much the whole time, Judge, uncontested.
Certainly has. They're doing so well to actually bring it through, and that's partly responsible to Pootie Tang, who has been really pushing aggressively on the Pharah, dodging a lot of damage and managing to get the answer back. We do hear the Lucio ultimate ringing through there, breaking it down. Baked Bats falls down, and that's going to be one big rocket barrage coming through there. Lantern Shast getting Kale, and Fukaduck getting Gloom. Fukaduck picking up a second on Blaze. Blaze picking up Trivac before going down. Not looking good for the offensive side here. 3 members down and need to see another pickup soon.
Yeah, that's actually the first time that we've seen the defense really be able to hold and sort of force the attacking team all the way back, as Tracer McBeans the whole time have just been pushing through and haven't really been contested. They got that first checkpoint very easily after, of course, capping the point. And then they pushed it about halfway through the second stage, 3/4 of the way almost, and nearly got it all the way to the point. But yeah, as you said, Pootie Tang has just really been doing well to stay alive on that Pharah, and still, here comes the ult out from behind. Really good flank, only manages to pick up one. Trivac taking out the opposing Reinhardt of Baked Beans. Nipply taking out KLX, and the defense again putting in a great hold. They've still got Pootie Tang behind, who's trying to track down this Mercy, who keeps just running away. The res coming out there from the attacking team, who will get the members up and slowly force the defense back of Weeaboo +5. But they are still holding strong, and Trivac just sitting on this payload, getting absolutely pelted there from Pootie Tang, who finally gets taken down by Malakith.
It's a very strong defensive hold from the defensive, the defensive side of Weeaboo. Like, we haven't seen this all game. They really struggled on the payload when it was a point capture. They've struggled all throughout town, and now that they're in studio, they are managing to actually do some work, and good on them for that. I think if we can see a shift in the way that Tracer McBeans operates, getting some better kills, we might see something come from this. Nipply getting a double though on Gloom and Carlix. There's number 3 on Baked Bats, looking for a 4th here on Blaze. Blaze with the shield up, looking to stay alive. Going to be chased out though. Blaze going to fall right there to Nipply. Pootie Tang picking one up, and Trivac taking out Pootie Tang. The defense just too strong, JP. They're not getting through.
Yeah, I don't know if it was quite a good call there from the defense, so from Papali to use his res, but seems to be charging up very quick. Already back up at 70%, and hopefully should be able to get it, because they've got 3 ults now on the attacking team, as well as the Junkrat tied. Unfortunately, the Reinhardt shield blocked that one, but really well done there by Trivac to be able to block that one out. As you see the Junkrat trying to get behind him. They're moving this payload very fast now, forcing the defensive team of Weeaboo 5 all the way back. It has nearly reached this checkpoint here in the VIP parking area. See the Zarya ult coming out. Pootie Tang taking out Trivac. Fukaduck taking out Pootie Tang. Lantern Shast taking out Puffington. And the defense doesn't have many members left, but they are managing to hold as we see it moving now. The res coming out there for Pally, who just manages to stay alive and keep Nipply alive too. Trivac taking out Blaze, and Pootie Tang taking out Trivac. The good counters coming out there. The defense just holding on here, and I think they're going to just be able to get it, Judge. But I don't think, yeah, they're not going to be able to get the payload on this push. But they definitely got it a lot further than they did last time.
They certainly have, and so it's time to see them really push hard and close out that last, 2 to 3 meters. It's not very far at all, and if they can just knock the team off, that's all that matters. Zarya's rocket grenades coming through here, the plasma raining down, especially when you consider like all this AoE splash damage that the side of Tracer McBeans have. It's really quite dangerous. You've got the Zarya, you've got the Junkrat, you've got the Pharah, plus you've got Soldier 76 for more targeted damage. You've got a Mercy for heals, and that Reinhardt, Baked Bats for tanking, he's huge. So, balanced team. I think with 1 minute left, they can realistically still do this, JP.
Yeah, I don't see why they can't do this at all. It seems that the defense has still been pushed back quite a bit, but the Lucio ult every time seems to what they're pushing on. Nipply getting the 2K, Fukaduke getting 3 kills with his ult. Putitang managing to take out 2 as well, so a couple of ults being put out there for both teams.
Bro. Pally with the massive revive coming through for the defensive side. That was huge.
Clutch plays.
Basically a 5-man res, at least 4. I didn't quite get to see how many it was. But I'm pretty certain that was 4-man. It means that the defense are ready to go again. Pally on fire, Lantern chassis as well. Fire in the hole, I don't think they're too concerned.
No, I'd be right as well. And the Junkrat Tide not picking up anyone there, so the Mercy just able to escape back into the spawn. And it is looking good for Weeaboo +5 at the minute. They've managed to hold very strong in this point. And it's a bit unfortunate this isn't stopwatch because they have taken quite a while to actually push this payload along. They did get through the first stage very fast, but Weeaboo +5 just holding on so well. And these Reinhardts seem to be, they've actually switched over now. The defense has gone to a Roadhog as well, which is helping them out quite a lot. Calyx getting 2 there. The res once again coming out from Papali, and that will be the map of this round over. The res is coming out from Papali. He's getting so many heals. I don't know how he's doing it, but charging up the Mercy ult so quickly, and a great hold at the end there as we see Gloom. This will be an ult res play, I'm guessing, into some heals, and this was the play that actually got them into the point, starting to cap this one. The Rocket Barrage coming out. We see one ult, 2 ult, and a kill, so 2. And an assist and a kill as well with the heals as well, so not a bad play. The game coming there. Chivak, 23,000 damage blocked, 68 rocket direct hits coming out from Putitang. Papali with 12 players resurrected. I knew he charged his ult up a fair bit. And that is a legendary vote. They've nearly got all 12 players voted for that player. That's crazy.
Now it's important to note the chat. Super Tamsin saying offense needed to switch up their team, and that's right. They kept playing the same thing and it wasn't working, so they just tried to force it. Would have been good to see even a Winston through there to displace the opposing defense. You have to swap the team sides as Trace Mabines comes onto the defense and Weeaboo +5 goes on offense.
Prepare to attack.
Yeah, and it looks like we've had Brett and Renkies join us in the chat, who have both cleaned up in the heist as well.
Good on them. Good to see them coming in here.
Get back to Rocket League, gentlemen.
Don't they have a loadercast today?
I believe they do, but it might be over. They might be over. So if it's not, feel free to go check them out on AGTV3, and of course we have the OOL for League of Legends over on AGTV1, and we've got Overwatch here. So again, 3 games being covered today, so plenty of viewing entertainment. I hope that people don't like all 3 of those games because I've only got 2 monitors, and I don't think I could keep track with all those.
Look, you can multi-twitch it. It's not ideal, but then again, with all this amazing content, sometimes hard choices have to be made, JP.
That you do. As we look at the team comes here for Tracer McBeans, we do have Calyx on the Mercy, Gloom on the Symmetra, Baked Bads on the Zarya, and one player disconnected, Blaze on the Winston, and Putitang on the Junkrat, and apparently they have a bug. So we might have to jump out of this lobby and maybe recreate. Back to lobby is the call.
Now JP, here's hoping that the teams are on the right sides.
Prepare to attack.
And yes,
it looks like it.
Certainly does. So we are in fact having them come back into here with Trace McBeans on defense and Weeaboo +5 on offense. And let's go over those team comps again. 15 seconds. Basically the exact same team comps coming through.
Basically the same, so we've got Calyx on the Mercy, Blaze on the Winston, Puffington on the Soldier 76, Putitang on the Junkrat, Baked Bads on the Zarya, and Gloom on the Symmetra. And for the attacking team of Weeaboo +5, we've got Fukaduck, I should say, on the Soldier 76, Malkeith once again on the Lucio, Nipply on the Farah, Papali once again on the Mercy, Lantern Shass on the Roadhog, and Chivak on the Reinhardt. So they've got exactly the same team comp as they had in the first side. So it will be interesting to see if that defensive strat that they employed works on the offense this time.
Let's hope so. We're going to see the results of this game in just a moment. 37 seconds left to bring this one in, and some nice skins coming out around the map as well. Got to give mention, of course, to my favourite Mercy skin going on, the little, little devil one happening there.
You made me speed round all the heroes, and I didn't pay attention to the fact that they still had another minute to prepare the defenses. So
yeah.
You just wanted to. You made me speed round it for no reason.
Yeah, well, I'm just making sure that your skills are on point, They are, but the question here, Knight, saying they're running a Symmetra without Lucio speeding her to the point. Yeah, look, you're right. They are. Would have been more effective to have a Lucio speeding her to the point to make sure she can get turrets set up quicker. But I've got to say, some nice turret setups there, especially between the trees. It's so crafty between them.
There's turrets everywhere here. They've got. I think she's managed to get all 6 out.
I believe so.
Maybe 5. Maybe 5. Yeah, I think they're missing 1. But still, these turrets are absolutely everywhere and just provide such a nuisance. When you push there, it's something that you don't really pay attention to. They do the damage, and then as well, you are getting shot. So you got to sort of prioritize the turrets, I think, nice and quick. And we see them already going to work here, but Trivac charging in there. Gets taken out, though, by Puffington. And they are already pushing in very aggressively here for the team at Weeaboo +5. But Blaze is doing work there with that Winston, getting pocket mercied by Calyx there. And we still see 6 members alive for either team as they Reinhardt charging back in to try and get back in this play nice and quickly. As Calyx has got their ult up already, so they have the reses for both the Mercies on both the teams. So either push is pretty much going to be shut down here either way, whichever team is eliminated. But we're seeing a different approach come out here. Instead of the frontal push, they're coming around from behind and trying to get in sort of the back here. These Symmetra turrets could do work, as you see. It's taking out the Winston and Pooty tagging there. Gloom getting 2 as well. What an absolute play coming out from Gloom on the Symmetra. Getting there, and there's the res. They get the point judge, and Tracer with bees. What an absolute push with Fukaduck coming in there and just cleaning up.
Weeaboo has done so. Weeaboo +5 done amazingly on the offense of this one to claim that, because just the way that play works. So what happened is Lantern Shas and Trivac ran around the side and took out the Mercy first. So Calyx was actually the first person to go down. Because of that, that meant that it gave them room enough to move around and kill whoever they liked. And their Mercy got to stay alive, and in the end, they ended up with kills. And no kills coming out of this Junkrat's Riptire. Not today.
Yeah, exactly. I think there's a really good play to take at that. Woo!
My goodness, Lantern Shas though, what a phenomenal work played out by there. Pooty Tang actually used his landmine to knock Shas back, and as Shas was flying back, he grabbed Pooty to take him with him and came in with the kill. Probably one of my favourite plays so far today. Fukaduck against Puffington gets the kill. Papali on the Mercy kill onto Gloom, and Nipply getting Blaze. All good. Hook coming here. Hook, I should say, by Lantern Shas to pick up Calyx. I'm going to see Pooty Tang picking up Nipply here. A nice work by Pooty Tang to try and keep alive in the back line and be an annoying distraction. He manages to pick up Fukaduck as well, so nice to see him doing his job and just being generally quite annoying on the poor old Junkrat. Yeah,
exactly right, but we've seen another quick session in the town here to get that, but Zarya not doing too much work here. Trivac doing really well with that shield, I should say, with the shield. And yeah, they've got this first checkpoint really quick, I'd say just about at the same time that we saw Tracer McBeans get that one, so it'll be interesting to see how they can hold the studio. They seem to be pushing quite quickly. Pooty Tang has actually switched off the Junkrat and gone to the very annoying Tracer, as we see Fukaduck taking out Gloom and Lantern Shas taking out Blaze. So yeah, I think that Tracer could provide quite an annoyance, but gets taken down there by Fukaduck. And they have got the res out on, they haven't got it on the defensive team, they've got it on the attacking team. So if they can push quick enough here and get the quick res off and keep this one moving before the defensive team gets it, they will be doing very well. As we see Pally there using the res, the Winston going absolutely nuts here, but Blaze is going all over the place. He wasn't on the point kept moving, and finally got back there. And we have 5 players for the attacking team on fire here compared to 0 on the defensive team, so they are doing really well to keep this payload moving. And the Reinhardt and the Winston pretty much the only thing standing in the way of them capping this point, as Lantern Shas getting the triple kill in the back there. What an absolute play, just flanked over behind him. Fukaduck getting behind them as well. And we are going to the second map. What an absolute play they judge at the end there to just flank them and use his ult at the perfect time by Lantern Shas.
That game was absolutely phenomenal. Woo! And you know what? Weeaboo really deserved this one. Papali, this is going to be a phenomenal ultimate to revive here. And we see this. It's this 4 or 5 man, I should say. There you go. 1, 2, 3 teammates down. Here comes the 4 man and a heal, I should say. My apologies. The Mercy plays, though, so right coming from Baked Bads. And that's GG. Weeaboo +5 just took out both sides of the map.
Epic.
Yeah, for sure. And the votes again going out to the Pally. We see another legendary vote come out.